Hi, this is Cherry, and I'm doing a super fast beauty video because I've gotten a little bit of gray in my hair. You can't really see it, but I'm trying a bit of gray. And I decided to color my hair, and I'm trying a new product for me called One and Only Powder Hair Color. You just add water. The last time I colored my hair, I used one of these powder, just add waters, and it was so easy, but it was a lot darker than what I had thought it was going to be. This one is a pretty chocolate brown. So since my hair is naturally off black, dark black, with red tints to it, my assumption is that it won't lift too much of my hair and it'll just make it look shiny and get rid of the grays, is what I'm hoping for. I bought this at Sally's Beauty, and I would have bought the brand I got last time, but they didn't have it at that location. I didn't feel like driving over there. It was like a little mini Sally's. Now, these are the directions. Oh my gosh, so tiny. Even when you open it up, oh my gosh, so tiny. I think you'd have to be a rocket pilot or something to be able to read these. This is way too tiny. But luckily for me, there's such a thing called Google, or internet web browsers, and I just searched, and the directions literally say just add water until it gets to the right consistency. This is an Italian brand, and so maybe they're like, you know, close enough or something. I don't know. It's very strange. So I'm just going to pour it in an old deep conditioning hair mask container that I have, because you have to use a plastic powder. You have to use a plastic container to mix hair color in, and this is what I have. Anyway, and so as you can see, it's kind of, you know, hot cocoa-y, like white hot cocoa color. There's definitely like a brownish tint to it. It's not like white. And so I'm just going to add a little bit of water, and I'm going to stir it up. Since I only bought one, so I don't want to use too much water in it, because I don't want to have to drive back to Sally's to get another one. And so mix, mix, mix. Oh, look, nice and chocolatey brown. Awesome. I think it needs a tiny bit more water, but not a lot, because I'm going to make sure I get all the lumps out. And I'm basically just stirring, so nothing exciting. But I like the color. It's a very mild scent, very natural smelling, like it, you know, like some hair colors. I should have gotten 2 of these. Doesn't say it's a touch up, and I definitely want it my entire head, because this will pay a little bit more. Okay, put a little bit more water than I had originally planned, but oh well. I just wanted to have enough so that it goes all through my hair. And I washed my hair with my Mish shampoo, because I had hair product in it. I like to color my hair on clean hair. So I think this looks fairly mixed up. As you can see, it's definitely chocolate. It looks almost good enough to eat. And I think this consistency is pretty good. It's a little runnier, I think, than what they would probably recommend, but it is what it is. The first section, because I hate to waste, is I'm just going to rub this near where my grays are, to right here. And then I'm going to put on my gloves, since I don't want my hands to get stained. And off to the hair braces. So the first section I'm going to go on, as I said, is where my gray is, because I want that to be where it's mostly concentrated, since I don't think this will be a huge color difference from what my hair looks like, since it's not it doesn't have a super strong developer scent to it, so I don't think it's like a 20 or a 30. I think it's probably like a 10 developer level. And well, maybe I could have put more water in this. Oh, well, too late. I've already started and I don't feel like doing it anymore. So this is the section that I'm mostly worried about having the hair color on, is my section with my grays. And since my hair is still a little bit damp, I think it's fine that it's not as, doesn't have as much water in it as it could have. The direction is definitely strange because it doesn't say add this much water or add this much water. It just says to get to the right consistency. And it was available to non-professionals, so I feel like they should probably add a little bit more directions. Anyway, but I like it. I like the fact that it's not a super strong scent. And I'm just going to quickly do the color at the front so that it's consistent with the color throughout my hair. This is nice. I like this. Seems to be a nice color. So now I'm going to divide. Okay. I'm going to divide. I'm going to section it so that I can do this. And one. Nice. And I'm going to do this. I have to say I've colored my hair off and on at home for years. Normally I do like the traditional hair dye where it's all in one box, totally measured out, and it has a developer in it, and it has the color in one container, and then you mix them together. But I kind of like this. I feel it's going to be a lot milder on my hair. I saw on their Instagram that they really seems to be safe for women with textured, kinky hair, which is what I have. And so I saw a lot of women of color who are using it and had said that they were happy with the results. But I'm not doing any intense color change. This will be my first experiment with it. And then I bought some more off of Sally's website because they had some on sale, and I'm a sucker for hair sales. One thing that, the only thing I didn't like about their site was that they didn't have a color sample. When I say color sample, I mean where you would have what looks like human hair or wig hair or whatever, and it would then show what the color looked like on something that approximates a human hair. Instead, they just had a picture on the box, and so that felt like I was still guessing. But since I am just doing, you know, basically like dark hair, I'm not like trying to lighten my hair like, ooh, this is a little bit more. I'm not trying to lighten my hair or turn it like a interesting color or anything like that. So it's not going to, I'm not doing anything too intense to my hair. Just add a little bit more water. And now, since I want to make sure my hair's uniform in color as much as humanly possible, since I put it on my back already, I'm now just going to put it, oops, on my hair. Whoops, whoops. This is why I do not have on my white robe. Because I'm spilling this stuff like right and left. Right and left. But I like it. I like the consistency. Like the color that I think it's going to turn out to be from the way it looks right now. It definitely is the dark color that I normally like to do after my experimentation of trying to go Beyonce light, then realizing my hair is not strong enough to go Beyonce light. As in a couple of shades lighter than my natural hair color. And since most hair color you can't just save and use another time, I'm just going to use the rest of it. But I have to say I like it. I like the way it smells, I like the way it feels. I definitely would like better directions saying how much water to use. But I'll look on YouTube to find some people or ask my friend who's a hairstylist what he thinks. But I know he doesn't use this particular brand of product of hair color. Anyway, but I'm going to leave it in my hair for 30 minutes like it recommends. And then I will rinse it out and condition. Now, I'm very excited since I want to try something new, relatively speaking. Get rid of my grays and do something new for the summer. So, I'm just going to get every last bit, make sure my hair and my back is covered. And then I'm just going to rinse out my little dish and then slowly comb this through my hair. Make sure that it's on my ends. We definitely want it to be uniform for my ends being the same color as the rest of my hair. Anyway, I don't have a lot of hair, so this is totally fine. Just make sure that very cool. This looks fun. So I'm really very happy to try this because it has argan oil in it. And sometimes when you color your hair ends up being a bit dry. So I always do a deep condition after I do one of my hair colors at home. But it's nice to have a hair color that already has oil in it to sort of help with the process. And anyway, so one and only powder hair color. You just add water. It's a permanent hair color. And I selected the chocolate brown since I didn't want the golden one. I wanted something a little bit darker for the summer. And I'm going to put my crappy old hair mask on to try and keep my hair from getting on my couch and stuff. And voila, this is fine. Since I'm just doing this to keep my hair from dripping, but I didn't make the hair color super wet, so it doesn't seem to be dripping, so I'm happy about that. And I'm going to rinse my hair off, but my hands off, but as you can see, I didn't get any more stain on my hands because I was trying to get anyway, so the second part of the video will be after I rinse the hair out and I do a deep condition, and I won't have any hair products in it per se, and so I'm just going to just see how it works. And the reason I bought this again was because I was at Sally's Beauty and wanted to get some hair color, and I was near the Sally's Beauty and I couldn't find the brand I had used before, and one of the sales clerks recommended this product line to me, and I'm very happy with it. I am now going to remove my plastic bag off my head and see how the one and only powder hair color in chocolate brown has turned out. I feel like it really got rid of the grays, which was all I was really worried about since this isn't that radically different of a hair color. So now let's rinse it out, and then I'll do my deep conditioner. So I wanted to show you the end result of my hair color using one and only powder hair color in chocolate brown. As you can see, my hair is nice, dark, looks very pretty. Didn't have a lot of breakage while I was rinsing it out. So I think the argan oil that they have in it helps a lot. And I'm gonna do a deep conditioner and just go about my day. But I just want to show no gray. I have a little bit of gray like right here and nowhere else. So very happy. Thank you. So if you're looking for a inexpensive hair color alternative that's natural and vegan, you should try one and only. I like the powder, and it comes in a much bigger container. This is just I look at this as like a try me powder. I liked it so much at the recommendation that I have ordered additional color, which is in cappuccino. So I'm very excited about that. Anyway, this is Cherry. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Cherry_LA, and my YouTube channel, Cherry Los Angeles.